Welcome everyone to another video in our Bryan Fundamental series where I try to get better at Bryan day by day and bring you along for the ride. So today it's the holiday season, so it's actually been 3 weeks since the last stream. However, we're going to be picking off where we left off before, which is going to be essentially this idea of pressing less in neutral. But not just pressing less in neutral, because that's an easy thing to say, but pressing less in situations where you would be expected to press. So what we've been practicing is being plus and not pressing, right? Plus 7 is a pretty extreme example, but a good example would be like hatchet when you're plus 5, or after a back 1 when you're plus 4. Those types of situations are situations where a lot of players would be incentivized to go ahead and go for a mix-up, right? Like as a Bryan player, you would be thinking, oh, I'm plus 5, maybe I'll go for this down 4-2 or this down 4 even, both of which will either trade or frame trap, and it becomes like a mid-low mix. But there is risk associated with Bryan doing this because pretty much every option has some option where Bryan will lose. For example, sidestepping a down 4-2 into a lodge. So, or a low parry on the down 4, right? Which is not going to be as significant of damage, but you know, it's not a good trade if you keep losing that 50-50. So, because of that, instead just doing nothing gives us the chance to kind of just observe what our opponent likes to do, and gets them uncomfortable because now we focus the game instead on just winning neutral like this, but the winning neutral turns into, I landed a down 4, now what are you going to do? So that's what we've been practicing. What I wanted to expand upon that with this time is going to be kind of a similar concept of just holding the block when our opponents are attacking. I've gotten to the point where I have an intuition of when my opponent's turn is over, but Tekken 8 is a game all about offense. So because of that, there's a lot of situations where you know, let's using Bryan as an example, find yourself at -6, and then you immediately power crush to blast through any sort of attempt by your opponent to take their turn back. This is the idea of holding the block, where if you are blocking against that, you will either get a punishable move, at which point you might as well punish it, that's free, or you'll find out, okay, our opponent likes to do sidestep, jet upper or something whenever they're minus, and that will give us the same type of information that we would have been getting from being plus on our offense, but it requires a little bit more patience and a little more mental resiliency to actually continue with that type of plan when you're the one defending against a bunch of attacks. Well, that's pretty much the idea of it, though. I'm going to go ahead and start the matchmaking, and we can talk a little bit more. Shooter Looter, good to see you. The other thing that I've been thinking about with this is that this creates like an information disadvantage, right? Like if you block a lot, then your opponent doesn't really know what you're going to do on offense. So you kind of like turn the Tekken 8 thing on its head, where it's like, yes, offense is so good in this game. If you haven't seen their offense before, you are probably going to get messed up if you don't just block. So you can kind of really steamroll your opponents on Bryan in that sense once you do get a very strong lead. This is my first Miari Zo. I have very, very, very little experience with her. So this is actually a really good way to practice this because she's a new character, right? So we're just going to hold this block if she attacks us. I will try and do neutral. So like, what was that? She did something into a... Alright, she does a sidestep there. Alright, she has a down forward 1-1 kind of similar to Raven, and she had a jumping version, and she had a crouching version. She likes to sidestep on our plus frames. Okay, I messed up. I pressed a jab there. See, the worst that can happen is a hell sweep, right? Oh, nice. The worst that can happen is a hell sweep, and that's what happened, but that's okay, because we want to see them doing it, right? Okay. That's probably a stance that we can do forward 3 on. We can try next time. Okay, that's right. Okay. Does that into a knockdown string, okay? That block is crazy. Oops, too bad. Does that crouch. Okay, so you'll see, like, we're kind of already getting a feel for the flow chart. She has a 4-hit that she's doing into her crouch, and I just tried checking it with a 4-3. Didn't quite work, but that's okay. We at least stopped her from doing whatever it was, right? Runs in our face and does a counter hit, that's okay. That looks like a 1-2 into a high. That looks like something else. She's still stepping after our plus frames, if you noticed. Okay. When she gets on the pole, she has a option to essentially do a slow sweep there, I'm seeing. Nice. Another low. That's fine. We're learning a lot here, right? Another sidestep there after, actually. You can see she's kind of like just ducking in neutral now. There's like a certain fear there. Okay. I sidestepped and that got me in trouble. I'm just gonna hold the block instead of stepping as much as I can. Okay. Nice. Nice step again. They're pretty emphatic with it, so I think we can stop like overthinking that. Nice. But I think we actually got quite a bit of info from that, so let's keep playing and see where we can get with that. Pretty sure this Benji person we've played against before. I don't remember what they play normally. Maybe Steve. But we already have like kind of one idea, which is when we're plus, they really want to like sidestep like this, right? Okay, keep ducking. That's fine. How's it going, Charmon? And I know, right? We're learning. I think it actually can be very strong, though. Okay. I'll say that it is actually very hard for me to focus on blocking here because I'm so scared. Okay. Nice. She pressed after that wake-up kick. That's not good. Okay, nice. We're getting somewhere. This person keeps pressing against us in these situations. It's like kind of interesting because as we just keep blocking, right, they eventually just have to hit us with hell sweeps over and over again, but we're kind of just like refusing to play the mix, so to speak. I'm just sitting here taking all these lows, and I think there is some risk to that because eventually they'll be able to run us over with like well-timed lows, but not forever, right? Okay. Nice. Bryan's broken. He's always broken. Oh, there's 2 hits. That's fine. And too many lows, right? Alright, nice. I wonder if I can get more than a 10. That feels like it could be a 13 at least. Okay. I like that. Run away into this kind of low profile move. They've done it a few times now. Nice. See, we've been paying attention. Okay. In that situation, they whiffed, and I went for a punish with a. I went for a mix-up with a hatchet, and it didn't work. Right. Nice low parry there. Sidestep into a low parry, actually. Nice. So I wonder. Well, no, we can just let them. We can kind of just let them do their thing again. Again, see, I waited into that hatchet, and that got me killed, right? If I had just waited, I maybe would have gotten a whiff punish. But, like, this is just as much, like, difficult for me, right? Nice. But see, we're going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying to block. I sound like a broken record, but that's like my plan here. Oh, they don't have brakes on that. Nice. Just power through that because I know I can just do something in that mix-up. Okay, cool. But like, our very first Miarizo, and we kind of got some ideas of what's going on in that matchup, right? Just from sitting there and kind of watching, right? We didn't win the first game, but we actually won the next two. Good to see you, Archies. I kind of got my motivation back for Tekken. I actually feel like I have a plan for how to improve again, as far as my neutral's concerned.
Get ready for the next battle.
All right, we have a Bryan mirror. That's not bad.
Round one. Fight.
Okay, he got us. That's fine. What does he do there? He backs up? No, he jumps in. Oops, doesn't work. That's alright. Alright, so you can tell that this person's very aggressive, right? They do cancels in neutral into 4-3 into 4-3. Oh, that sucks. Just caught me moving. Wow, we somehow won, but we'll take it. Whoa, that high crushes. Woo, nice. You see, this is actually a good time because it's Bryan. I'm going to block as long as I can against him when I'm in neutral, okay? Until something happens, right? Because all Bryan can do, the only thing we're afraid of is hatchet, right? Nice duck. Okay. But see, that's kind of the idea, right? Okay. There's that step he likes to do. Wake up while standing through. That's alright. And this person sidesteps and ducks a lot. So these 1+2s are really kind of locking them down some, right? actually pretty cool. Doing that from so far away. Sure, break the floor, that's fine. Whoa, that went under my mop kick. That's my mop punch. That's crazy. That is absolute crazy. Nice stuff. That's crazy. His Requiem went under my mock punch. That's crazy. I've never seen that before. Ha! That's crazy. Good stuff. Nice. But you'll notice that our offensive sequences are like kind of getting us a lot of help here. So even though that first game was pretty scary, right? Because they threw out a bunch of moves and we did get caught by them. A lot of these like big moves just being kind of thrown into neutral. The reality is that we can get that timing right over time. Nice stuff, okay. Okay. Ooh, nice. Just go for this. Oh wow, that caught me. Nice. You can tell though, see that this person press. Oh, what the heck? That's crazy. Alright, let me pause for a second. I'm getting a little bit aggressive with my attacks here, and that's getting me in trouble. So that's why I'm losing this round, right? These crouch into wall standing threes are so diabolical. I'm actually getting destroyed by them. I see him crouch and I press a move. Whoa! Unreal. Frames aren't real for this person, and that's always very scary. And my back ones are getting me in so much trouble. Alright, we're about to get destroyed this game. That's alright. I think I can probably live here if I guess the low right, but maybe not. No, yeah. I forgot he had heat. Alright. So, that was pretty interesting, right? They essentially made the game all about their sequencing, and we kind of got in trouble because I was pressing in situations where I just naturally think it's my turn in the mirror. So let's try and really do what we're practicing, right? I'm blocking here, basically. Nice. Nice. So see, just blocking. It's really scary to deal with this, but we can do it. And the cool part is that if we continue to stay, like, what do you call it? Like, patient with this neutral, it makes it such that when we do press back like this, then it becomes that much scary to deal with it, right? And that's actually kind of an advantage for us. Like, all of a sudden, when we do press, they're not ready for it. Oh my gosh, back one. Nice. Sure. So we're going to stay focused here. This round is not lost yet. They're also staying in our face a lot, which means I really shouldn't be ripping these hatches as much as I am. Down back 3 would be good. Oh my gosh, this back ones. These back ones and Requiem's destroying my highs. Interesting. They do not respect the back ones here, or rather their back one frames are taking very greedy every single time. Nice. Let's go for this. Oh, nice. Nice. We got it. Bit of a brawl. I don't think that was the perfect example of what I'm trying to do, but I do think that, like, the longer we wait, like, it's a matchup where Bryan is trying to freak you out and get you to press so that he can counter hit you, right? So that is probably one of the hardest situations to actually sit there and hold the block again, because the problem is, like, you can disrespect Bryan particularly quite a bit, right? Like, we're literally practicing playing this, like, this solid, like, measured offense because of the risk associated with getting a read on Bryan. But at the same time, when you play against Bryan, and if the other Bryan doesn't care, right, they want to essentially roll the dice, so they want to, like, make the bet that you're not going to be brave enough to go for those callouts. Then all of a sudden, like, it gets really scary to sit there and, like, kind of gather information, right? You do have to eventually fight back. But I think that's essentially where we need to get ourselves comfortable, is, like, being in that situation where it's like, yes, I'm going to be blocking for a little bit to, like, figure out what's going on, right? Anna's another situation where, like, Anna is very aggressive, right? But she has options she does that are, like, pretty risky to her. Okay, we got this. I'm just gonna block. What do you do? Ducks. You see that? Okay, she's not afraid anymore. That's fine. Use this. Wow, that got me moving. That sucks. That sucks. Bit crazy of a call out there, but I had the feeling that they were not going to respect that. Stepping to the left seems pretty good against Anna. Ooh, this crunch though. Yikes. That's plus, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Nice. Nice, nice. Holding the block. Snake edge. Okay, fair enough. See, that's the scariest thing that can happen. But we can see it. Oops, I pressed. That sucks. Oh my gosh. That sucks. That's alright. There's that duck jab. Okay. That's alright. I think that, we could have afforded to, block a little bit longer against her sequences. If you notice, the things that I was getting hit by were actually like, oh, she does something and it's probably plus, and then I pressed again. So I think if we just held the block a little bit longer, we probably would have gotten a better feel for that type of stuff happening. That's duck block was crazy. Good stuff there. Good, low parry. Nice. The second swing with the overhead? Nice. Whoa. Oh, horizontal twice and then the overhead? Good to know. I'm getting destroyed. It's alright. Oh, it's 2 hits. 2 hits! Good duck. Oh my gosh. Also used way too many. Alright, we got destroyed. That's alright. That's alright. That is okay. Tenshin, good to see you. Sometimes we're gonna get flustered, right? And that's part of the learning process. Like we can't just decide to play differently and then all of a sudden we're gonna be great at it, right? And this is honestly, I'm probably taking it too far, the amount of blocking that we're doing. If we're watching this back, it probably is taking it back too far, but it's good practice. Ooh, that's good range. Gonna go in and do it. Nice. And you'll notice that this person is like, oh, you're gonna hold the block lows as many times as I can, right? And that's alright. We have to take these lows before we can get a good read on them, right? That was supposed to be quarter circle back 1. We were not gonna take credit for it. That seems like it was just my turn. Why did that, okay. A lot of good range on this character. But see what I mean? Eventually we can low parry. But they have to do it 2 or 3 times in a row when we're first learning, right? Okay. You'll notice after that forward 3, she goes for the low again. Good step there. There's that side step, I think. Okay. Interesting. I'm just gonna go for this. Oh, wow. Does this kill me? I'm airborne, that's why I'm not sure. Yep, alright. Sure. Alright, so you'll notice that they're starting to get a little bit antsy, I guess, is the word. I'm not being as patient on my offense as normally. Because I'm just kind of afraid. Notice I did that 4-3. But, to be fair, this person they are challenging a lot, right? So there's kind of a there's reason to it, but we should still kind of be cognizant that that's what's going on, right? That was good shimmy. What? No! Okay. I thought I had a while standing 1 there. I was wrong. Okay. I'm too afraid to lose, and that's why I'm losing. Let's block longer next time. Let's block for a longer time. Well, no. Let's think about this for a second. I know I did it too soon.
Round one.
I was gonna say block longer, but they're actually doing a lot of lows. Whoa, you see like the distance you covered there? That's crazy. And that caught my orbital. That's crazy. That's a high mid. What are these mixes? It's all mids. That's pretty cool.
Fight.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm guessing everything wrong. I ducked there. I got launched. And that's a mid. Oh, so that's like a Demon Paw. Demon Paw into a mix? Demon Paw into a mix. Oh, that caught me moving. That's okay. Alright. Beats me. Okay. Pretty good. Sidestepping to the right there got around that move. I wonder if sidestep right is just good against this character. Ooh, you see that? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Nice. If I don't mess this up, this will be game. Cool. So we're using one thing that I learned from before, which is the down forward 1-1 is that one is like a mix essentially. They're really running away, that's alright. Oops. Nice. We scrambled our way out of it. You'll notice though that they've actually backed off. They don't get in our face nearly as much, probably because we have shown that we can defend, and now they're afraid. Like, let's see what happens now. They're actually just kind of doing nothing in these situations, so maybe I can do too. Nope, she pressed this time. Okay. Just hold this block, right? Ooh, nice. I tried a mock kick to try and evade that. Not that specifically, it didn't work, but as an evasive move. Okay. That's plus? Oh my god, that lead. Oh my god. I had the read, but that ends, it's a mid, I think, but it ends, crouching, so I guess it's a low. Oh, what a shame. Wow, that's a really good range, too. This person likes to throw out longer range moves to keep us out. I kind of don't blame her. That was a messed up punish, but that's okay. Alright, that caught me. That's alright. Really good. Really good. Good steps. Good walk, I mean. Okay. Oh my god, you... Sure. Sure, we learned something. I didn't know she could do that straight out of Wake Up. I was like, let's punish it, but I was wrong. That's crazy.
Get ready for the next battle.
Okay, I think we're learning some stuff. We learned that we can sidestep right against it. We learned that we can, I'm kind of getting a better feel for her ranges. Her ranges are really scary. But we are getting there. Interestingly enough, it's like we're trying to find that balance, right? The first round, the first game, I blocked a lot. And I got hit by a lot of lows. And that's to be expected. That's actually a pretty common thing that's been happening today, is like people have already just like, some of them just resort to lows immediately, right? And then, interestingly enough, once we do kind of get a feel for it, this player, they backed off in the second game. And that actually was like one of our strengths, right? And then in the third game, what actually was happening was that we would win neutral, and then we would just like lose neutral as soon as they were on wake up. So I think maybe something that I need to like remember to do is like, don't be afraid to not take the wake up situation either. Like the wake up situation is supposed to be in our advantage, but it's no different than others where like people have come up with ways to get a reversal in those situations. So I think specifically for the next few, let's not be afraid to just kind of be in the area where we can do something, but don't actually do something when we're in an Oki situation. Okay, I did a 3+4 there. Thought that was a punch. Wasn't. Okay. Nice low parry. See what I mean? Let's watch more in those Okis. Nice. I waited too short. Okay. Taking our time here, right? Sure. This person is leading in with a power crush, which is kind of crazy. That's a mid. Nice. Okay, so one thing that they're doing to get in is they're doing a power crush high, as far as I can tell, right? And that seems, you know, pretty good. Oops. Nice. Oh, I'm pressing too much. Gotta pull the block, even for that. Oh, we got it. Cool. We're gonna hold the block again. See, I'm holding the block, and I do get these opportunities when they flinch like that. Nice. So we're kind of getting there. We're surviving at the very least, right? Let's hold the block again. Let's go for this throw here, because they do tend to fight back. Nice. I got a little bit too greedy there. Nice. Bit messy, but we got there. You can tell that my punishment is rusty. I think some of it is actual being rusty, and some of it's like I'm focusing so much on just blocking that I forget to punish sometimes, which is I think an improvement I can make here. Good stuff. Nice. Alright. Oops. The low split thing, it is. That's what I mean. My punishment is off. It's minus 15 exactly, I believe. But you can tell that this person is getting a little bit pressy, which means that now when we finish our strings and stuff, it actually pays off, which is great. Let's go ahead and do a jab here. Okay. Alright, so that's a setup. Oh, that's really cool. At least we get that. So he's mashing back one there. Something to keep in mind, right? They were mashing back one there. There's no way that they would have, like, gotten it out that quickly otherwise. Okay. Nice. Whoa. Nice. Good stuff. I think we could have done something better than Heat Burst there, because Heat Burst is like a worse frame trap. So I think there's probably better we could have done, but that's alright. Oh, they didn't want to play again. That's good. That's a good sign.
Get ready for the next battle.
Okay. We're learning. You see, like, we're kind of... I will say that blocking means that my offense isn't as, like, measured as before. Like, before when we were focusing on just running people over with this, like, very confident offense, it worked really well, but I can tell that my offense is, like, not quite as good right now because I'm so focused on the block, I forget what to do once it's, like, my turn to take my turn back, right? So I think that some of this maybe is too much at the same time. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to try and remember that when I'm on the offense, I'm also not pressing. Like, we're just going to think of it maybe not so much as that, but, like, where's the one hit that I can place here, right? Rather than block, where's my one hit? I tried to hatch it there and it didn't work. Okay. I tried to step there and it didn't work. That's alright. This person's chickening. Okay, that corner is hard to deal with. The corner is very hard to deal with, so I'm not super upset about how that went. we are making reads on the kind of alternating she's doing between tracking and not. She's kind of just doing one after the other, like just oscillating them. That's pretty cool. Got me. That's fine. I was trying to walk away. Okay, just did that throw because of a weird situation that I didn't want to be a part of. Okay. I'm gonna taunt just in case. And I was wrong, but they went for this. Why are they chickening on a rage drive? Rage art, that's crazy. I didn't know you could chicken a rage art. Nice low parry. But I am blocking so much, I'm kind of just getting a feel for what they might want to do there, which is kind of crazy. Nice. Nice. I might be dead here. Yep. Nice. Nice low parry there. Nice, that's good. That caught me. Oh man. Good stuff. Pretty scary situation to deal with. I think, once again, alright, we're going to play the second round differently. We're not going to block. We're not going to focus on the blocking. We're going to focus on our offense. Because I'm sitting here essentially eating mix-ups, right? And I don't think that's really what we wanted to be happening. So I'm going to focus on landing my moves now. And figuring out how I can deal with it, right? Like, how can I land my moves in a way that lets me take the round, basically. Another low parry, sure. Nice. And see, we see them now. Now I see them ducking after my quarter circle back one, so I'm able to do something that gets me something better, right? Good stuff. And just do a simple mid. Good stuff. Nice. I blinked. That's okay. Oh, that sucks. That was supposed to be a jet upper. Good stuff. You can tell that they just dialed up the offense there, and that's alright. Okay, nice. wrong way to step, huh? Okay. Messy, but we got there. But you'll notice that as I switch to my offense, and I'm now just thinking about, like, what does she do in response to the things that I do, we start to, like, kind of pull ahead. And so that just shows my strength as a player, right? That's just my strength as a player then, more than anything else. But kind of goes to show you, like, we can't do both at the same time, basically. I'll do it down back 3 here. We haven't done it yet. And that worked. Nice. Wow, no respect. That's fine. They didn't block that, though. Okay. They didn't break that, rather. Oh, I did 4-3. It didn't work. Oh, that back one was bad. So was that. Alright, that's fine. This was the, I'm going to throw up the kitchen sink at you until it works, right? And that's alright. Nice. I'm just going to block. There we go. Oh, that got me moving. Gotta fight back a little bit. Oh my god, no! This might kill us. We'll see. We'll see. No. I'm alive. Alright, we're gonna go for this. Because we have a sliver of health. And now that happens. I'm gonna go for something cheeky here. Oh, I'm dead. Nice. Good stuff. I forgot that I already had heat. Okay. That's crazy. That's diabolical. That's awesome. Good games to them. The high crush move she does is minus 14. Yeah, I've been missing the punish on it. I have been missing the punishes on it. I think that it's kind of funny. I've been focusing so much on, like, what am I going to do after each of my moves that my punishment, like, lags. And I think funnily enough, my RAM, I guess, my own, like, mental stack is definitely struggling right now. 1-4-2 when it works, Duchess, is, like, crazy. You do it every now and then because they're like so aggressive they forget that you're even using that move. Alright. Blocking as stubbornly as we've been doing hasn't really been working, right? Like, it's not... I don't know why, but I do think that... So, we should be... Let's focus again on winning neutral, okay? We're going to win neutral, but then... Yeah, let's just spend one game only focusing on our offense and our, like, patient offense. And let's see how that changes the game for us. Because you noticed in game 2 it helped, but then in game 3 I kind of got a little bit, like, tunnel visioned on it, I guess. And we weren't really observing. And I think that's the important bit, is that we need to get back in that habit of I see something and I call out what I saw. And in fact, this is the same player, so this is a good time for us to actually try that. So the way we're gonna do this, not only do we have to like play patient and focus on our offense, right? But we're also focusing on what they do next. What do you do here? Nothing, just block. Here, side step. Here, that move. Reversal. Okay? That's fine. Okay? Ooh, that beats it. That's cool. Alright. Alright, we're going to do this because of the stage. They know too. Okay, that's fine. Nice, we'll take it. There's that duck she did again. That's hilarious. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do! They're styling on us. I can beat that, actually. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm dead. Sure. Good games. We actually had a pretty... The first round was good. And I think that, to be honest, there's just a couple of things that we're not exploiting right now that we're not taking advantage of. Namely, the fact that the reversals are not getting launched every time she does it. And then the fact that we're not 2-3ing whenever she does a Demon Paw. This one. Okay. Okay. Sure. Nice. But you can tell how aggressive they're getting, right? So let's try and deal with it. Nice. Cool. But you can tell there's a lot of buttons being thrown, right? Staying on the ground again. Alright. Not bad. I think they're starting to get maybe some nerves from the promotion. I'm not really sure. way that I thought. They're just kind of like letting that, Sure. I should have known. Ooh, that's good. Nice. Okay. See if we can't get the next one. Get our honor back, right? So you'll notice that I'm still kind of pushing the limits here because it's so aggressive. It's very hard for me to stay like calm with this. But it is important to do it. For this reason. Everyone's like, it's punishable. I know. I'm just not mentally ready to do anything about it. Good step. Cool. That was pretty good. I'm gonna do a back one and block. She does power crush this time. Oops. Alright. Cool.
Round 3. Fight.
There's a hell suit coming in my future. Sure. What the heck? Where's the hell suit? Sure. Oh, you don't play on that side. Go for this. That's right. Oh, wow. That's dumb. I feel like we got a little bit disrespectful there. If you do down back 2 after 4-2, do you think that flips her around? That's actually a good question. Let's try it. I wasn't sure. That's why I was kind of like... You're right. I do think that sounds... That intuitively sounds correct, though. Yeah. Should have done that. That did sound correct. I feel like this is the same player and they're trying to dodge us. So you'll notice that, like, I switched gears and it wasn't pretty because we'd already played this player before. But just by, like, switching gears a little bit to, like, what are we seeing? What are they doing, you know? Like... Kind of getting... I think... The reason us blocking and just blocking and watching isn't really working is that in order for us to do it, we need to call out the moves that they do in each situation so that we can more quickly come up with a plan of can I or can I not press here. I think we sort of intuitively do it against certain characters like Reina, as you saw in the first set we had against them, because like I've played against her so much. But I do think that that was the missing piece for the first hour here. Like, the missing piece is that not so much what am I paying attention to, but more so like what am I calling out? What am I noticing? And we need to be thinking of it like that. It's like, what am I seeing here that that we can exploit or that like tells me something about the player, right? So let's try that again today, like against this lead. Let's get back into that habit of calling things out by doing it on our offense here. So he does that. Back one just happened to work, so that's okay. What do you do here? Backs up. Down 4, backs up. Walked into it, that's okay. But he does the sway back into the, into whatever that 2 is. Okay, he did it twice, that's good. Okay, that's fine. And they just get into our face and they start doing stuff. And that's okay, right? That's alright. Hey, what do you do here? Flat, backs up again. Do you let me do it? Yeah, you do. You're a very defensive player by default. Okay. But maybe not on the offense. That's something to keep in mind, right? Like, maybe... Even there, he backed up, right? You see that? He's backing up. He ducked there. That's like the only real reaction we got that wasn't backing up there, but he backed up a lot. So cool, right? Nice. But you'll notice that this person is running, right? So after the second round, we were like, okay, let's stress test this, right? This person's defensive, I'm going to follow you, right? We'll see what happens because we need to take those reads very quickly. But like that's something to keep in mind here of like what might happen here. He's still just doing nothing. Still running away. Okay, that's fine then. Like, make them defend now, right? I'm gonna go for a hatchet here. It kind of worked. Good punish, finally. Nice. And now they fought back there. You see that? They blocked, and then they got a punish. That's fake. Nice. Nice. That was, tracking? I don't know. It would have tracked, it definitely tracked me going left. Nice. So now you see that they're fighting back. So now we need to be careful again, right? They've shown us, like, that they're finally tired of it. Oh, guys, nice stuff. Just caught me moving. And I'm sidestepping a lot, that's getting me in trouble. If I just hold back instead of stepping, I'm going to get clipped by this stuff less. So this is actually a good time for us to be holding the block when it's his turn to, like, attack, right? Okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's, in order for him to get that, we actually have to float the flip, not the other way. That's -9 now. Nice ducks. Good stuff. I think I could have done a back 4, but yeah, that was a pretty good adaptation from them, right? They started like looking for those lows, and then they started throwing out more buttons, and that's a pretty good adaptation. So now let's try and figure out what we're gonna do next, right? Like they've seen our stuff, and now we're gonna respond. good throw. I'm gonna go for this and sidestep block. Like that. I went for that throw because we haven't actually tested their throw breaks, and he hasn't really been like doing anything particularly crazy to like as a reversal. Nice, sidestep. When he's in trouble there, he sidesteps. That sucks. No! No! Everything about that sucked. Nice. I was like, I thought I had the combo, but I think I had one too many hits. Okay, they come right back in. That's fine. I don't think they have the punish on my down 4, by the way. Okay. Nice, nice tracking move there. Do this down 4 into nothing. Just go with that for our chip damage. Nice, and we were just blocking. But you see, we're starting to, like, get them a little bit panicky, right? Wow, I ducked! Why did I duck? I thought he would do down back 3. That's why. Nice. Okay. Sure. Ooh, no. I thought sidestep right was good in that stance, but I guess not against the knee. Oh, he got me moving again. Good stuff. Okay. He did do it there, you see that? So just blocking might be the right move. Okay. Just do this. Nice. Cool. Bit scary, but pretty interesting games, right? Like we're trying to like essentially push our offense onto their defense in that game. And he's trying to, you know, they're trying to put out these reversals and things to try and stop us. I think I pushed it a little bit too far, to be perfectly honest. I think that we could have afforded to have a few more of those situations we just block. Though we did we did get some nice moments where like they tried to rage art us and then we were blocking already, which is great. Let's try with this Safina too. Like we're not going to let ourselves get super like pulled into what she's doing, right? Let's at least try not to. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, we'll take it. We're gonna get further away now. She just kind of does whatever, right? And into a low. That caught me for some reason. That's alright. Sidesteps in that situation. Goes for a mid there already. Very interesting. That's actually really interesting. They hit us with 2 lows at the beginning. I showed them 1 low parry, and now they're all mids. That's actually pretty smart of them. Pretty sharp that that's what I wanted. I do not want to be this close to her, though. Getting away is hard. Nice. Pretty smart. Okay. We're gonna play the long game, though. Like, we really don't mind playing this long game. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay. I can't step. At least not to the right. At least not to the right. Her lockdown is quite good. Once she's got you to the corner, like the lows are tracking. That's pretty hard to deal with. But I would say that, like if we just hold the block there, I wonder what's the worst that'll happen. Does a sidestep there? Does a jab there. Oh, I can't, oh wow, okay. I can't, heat in that situation. There's that sidestep that they like to do. That's crazy. You see that? She went under my forward 3 and launched me. Okay. But we're gonna try and get those rewards off of these types of moves. Not what I meant to, but we'll take it. I was actually trying to do a hatchet. Okay. I tried to sidestep again, and it got me in trouble. We need to stop stepping so much against this character, I think, when we're in trouble. Okay. Whoa, okay. Oh, I thought I broke it. I did not. Go for this punish. Okay. Come in. Nice. Good bit. I thought she was going to go for the tracking high. I was wrong. That's alright. Good stuff. This is hard. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting... I don't think I'm taking advantage of the situation quickly enough. That's probably what's getting me in trouble. I also think that I'm getting really scared on the defense, more so than I did the last time I played. And I don't know why that is, to be perfectly honest. And that's causing my defense to crumble a lot. When I'm, like, you'll notice that I'm sidestepping a lot, getting killed for it a lot, sidestepping a lot. There's a lot more buttons coming out. I'm just not able to kind of keep up that level of, like, calm, so to speak. So let's try and, I do think I need to just, like, keep, I need to keep focusing on that mentality here. Otherwise, we're not going to make progress. So let's remember, one hit neutral. We're not trying to win. We are trying one hit neutral into do nothing. This is the Fakaram. This Fakaram, I'm pretty sure, was the Reina from before. So it's something to keep in mind, that they're probably very aggressive, but, you know, we don't know. I'm just going to block here. What do you do? Just blocking. Duck into some sort of, like, move. Okay. They really want that. And I wonder if that move is launch. We're gonna try to launch it next time. Sure. Messed up those strings. That's all right. We're getting some pretty good information already. It is. Okay. I had a feeling. Look at his range there. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. What? I'm gonna stand and take that. What is with this character? Everything is whiffing! Why is Fakaram such a busted character? Everything's whiffing. I'm gonna duck here. And notice how I'm just kind of like chilling. I'm just letting them like wait for me, and that's getting them in a little bit of trouble. At least that worked on him. That doesn't. Sure. I see I got a little bit too greedy there and I got launched. See what I mean? Like, it's like not like your opponents are going to catch on to the fact that you're not doing anything. You really need to trust that your success is because you're not pressing too much. Okay. Ooh, that's not good for you. Good stuff. Not bad. Okay. Let's block here. Actually block here. Sure. I'm just gonna hold the block here. Oh, interesting. He did a single hit of the... Look at that. He did a single hit of the wall stand of the 13 frame punish, and then ducked again into the wall standing 3. That's pretty interesting. Let's see, we're paying attention. Why are they So now it's just ducking. So I mean, like, what we could do here is just forward 3. That's actually beats all of this. So let's try that. Sure, I'm getting a little bit too antsy from that. I forget he can charge it. Okay. Nice. That was bad. Oh no! Alright, nice. Little bit unhappy with that set of exchanges. That's okay. Going to the right is no good there. We need to go to the left. Actually, going to the right's okay. Sure. Oh my god. Did that really work? Unreal. Does this work? No, it doesn't. I was wondering if I could fit another, if I could fit another, 4-1 in there, but I don't think I can. Ooh, good throw. That duck was bad. Oh, wow. I'm dead. Nice stuff. One interesting thing, right, is that we're both playing very stubborn Tekken here. This player does not want me to have plus frames. They're fighting so hard to just reversal the plus frames as much as they can. Whereas in my case, I'm really trying to just, like, get them to respect it, right? And it's like an interesting thing that we're dealing with, because, see, they always do something. Okay. Look at that. They do not respect it at all. Like, they don't respect any of our frames. So if we just start getting a little bit nuts, then they're just like, what's going on, right? Like, they just do not care, right? They're just complete match city here. Right? Uh-oh. Ooh, no. Nice stuff. Match city, though. It's truly. We've played this person a lot. They were on a Reyna earlier, and we played them twice on the Reyna. And then now they are on the Pokemon. We just keep matching them. Just let it time out. Good duck. Good duck. Nice, we got it. But see, like, all of those single hits, just like, come on, show me what you want to do, right? We already know that you're that type of player, so we're just going to give you the chance to show us what you're about. But you're right, I overachieved. We've played them now for 3 total sets. Just roll the dice, I guess. Good to see you, Riskin. It's been a while, I feel like. learn my lesson on these Wi-Fis. Maybe as my neutral gets better too, like we'll be able to like play this style a little bit more, but it's like, it's kind of interesting. Like we're just getting really comfortable playing at range 2, I guess. I think tomorrow we might try playing close range and just blocking. Okay. I held the block there. That's okay. Does a orbital into a back turn mix. A bunch of fakes into a lows. Nice. But alright, we kind of have some information, right? They like to feint things into lows. That's crazy. Ooh, nice. Oh, there's 2 hits? Unreal. You'll notice that even though we're losing, I'm actually calling out things that I'm seeing as they mix this up, which is good. That's like... So they've just been blocking here. So we go for this. Does a move that's minus into a power crush to keep their turn. That was actually pretty good, but that's a neutral thing. They just chose to go for that. Another mid into the low. Low into low into low into low. Okay. Nice jab. I thought he was going for the low again. So I called out an orbital. Interesting, right? We got a little bit steamrolled there, but we're sitting here like watching. We're sitting there like learning what they do, right? And kind of going from there. And also I'm trying to keep him out, right? I don't actually want to sit here and block. Like, what do you do here? This person is mashing. Okay. 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 I tried to do my reversal there with Mach Punch, but it didn't work. That's alright. Nice. Wait, I can't launch that? I must have been slow. Okay. Whoa, the range of that's insane. The range of that was insane. That was range 2, it felt like. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that this person doesn't respect anything. Like, I don't know if you're noticing this. Every single interaction we do, they've pressed a button. I didn't catch on to it fast enough, but I wonder if I have enough time now to actually take advantage of it. Oh my gosh. We'll try. We'll see. I am going to block at the beginning, though, because they tend to do something crazy at the beginning. Like that. Low into this. We're gonna go for the shorter combo just in case. When he gets up, we're gonna do while standing 4. There's the big button. Go for this throw here just in case. He presses something, do it again. Where's his reversal? We're gonna block. Again, the move into this fake pressure. Ooh, nice. Nice. Whew, we actually managed to deal with it. Somehow. So let's see if we can't carry this into the next round, right? Like, essentially, what have we discovered? We've discovered that they don't really respect anything, right? So let's take advantage of that as much as we can with these types of lockdown moves and just kind of like stay the course as long as we can. Wow. Oh, he does the power crush that time. That's actually pretty cool. No respect this way. Go, no respect here probably. Nice. I should have known he was going to do that. That's a bit of a flowchart they've been doing. Okay. More power crushes and stuff going on. See what I mean? He always does fake pressure there, and we're just trying to, like, deal with it, basically. So we're kind of getting there. We're learning, right? Tech roll. Okay. Heat's gone for both of us. Cool. We're living all of a sudden. I also don't think they have throw breaks, which is something to keep in mind. Like, they haven't broken a single throw so far. That's just information. I'm just gonna go ahead and do mine. And break it. Nice. See how it's like, we have practiced scrapping before, and all of a sudden we were able to just like, kind of acknowledge that's what was going on, and just try and deal with it. Does this mean we are all of a sudden really good at Raven? No, we're not good at Raven at all. It's a bad matchup, I feel like, or at least I'm bad at the matchup, but we kind of picked up on a few things, right? He's doing the back turn and not finishing it. So all the rest of the pressure that comes after it, in theory, should be unsafe. The exception of maybe with the exception of maybe the power crush, right? All right, we have a Clive. A lot of characters that I'm just not super familiar with today, but we're gonna take our time here. What do you do here? Side set, micro side set, and then he runs up and does a low. How about here? Side set. Nice. Does a jab there after a down back 3. Nice. Jab? No. Ooh, that's crazy. Just go for this throw to see if he sidestepped again. He did. No respect to that. I like that. Wow! Psychic. Very good. I dug a lot at the wall here. I'm going to stand up and he's going to low me, but it's probably worth trying. Oh, I didn't get that, Ooh, he got me stepping there? Crazy. I went sidestep into button, though. That's probably why. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Nice, he still got us. That's alright. Oh my god, that was insane. Oh, I'm dead. Oh no, I'm not. Woo! Crazy. But you'll notice that this person is very measured with what they choose to do, right? And one thing we can do now is that because they're so measured with their stuff... Oh, he actually went for a throw there. That's interesting. I was going to say, we could start opening the timing a little bit. Nice. We'll see. I feel like he's going to go for the mid again, so at least we have a turn there. Nice. I went for back four, but I guess that's not fast enough. No, I went sidestep back four, didn't I? That's why. I could have sworn that's minus 14. Did they change it? Maybe that's not actually his power crush, though. It just looks like it. Nice. Oh, man. Yeah, using the forward 1+2, like, it's a good move, right? Like, we should keep that in our arsenal for sure. I have tried to use forward 2-1-2 a lot for neutral, but forward 1+2 or Mach Punch is good to know that's in your arsenal, right? Good to see you again. Oh yeah, I already said hi to you, Charmon, I think. I have no idea what's going on. I'm pretty sure that's his power crush, but I may be wrong. Whoa, that was crazy. We're gonna run it back then. Oh man, I messed it up. My gosh, this person's blocks though. We're gonna just block here. Nice slow parry. Okay. That was supposed to be quarter circle back one. I'm so sad. Ah! That's a mid. That's a mid. I thought he was going for a slide. Okay. We'll just let it go now. He likes to jab there. Okay, nice nice low parry after that though. It's not real. Okay, I was like, what the hell is going on with that move? this. I had a feeling. Yep. They really are afraid of our lows more so than our mids, which is actually good to know. Good step. What? What's going on? No. Oh my god, he's dead. Oh, he's not dead. He's not dead. Good stuff. That was a really unfortunate end to that round with the, yeah. 1+2 choke was crazy. That was a crazy choke. I will say that, like, the whole scramble there, I don't know if y'all saw, the game was starting to, like, the connection started to, like, die on us. And he's attacking, I'm attacking. The whole, like, exchange leading up to that was just, like, a lag fest. And then the ending, it's like, I got a launch off the lag, and then I lost it from the lag, right? So we'll just chalk it up as even, right? The internet giveth and taketh away.
Round one. Fight.
Oh, nice. Alright, he's just in there. That's fine. What do you do here? Launch. Next time. Okay. We're in Drag City. That's alright. And we already kind of know that they are an aggressive player, which is why I'm going for this. Alright, let's see what they do now. Their wall running twos are quite good. Okay. I don't remember what are the frames of that on lock. Nice. Wait, oh, he can do that? Ooh, that's cool. That's minus 14. That's minus 14. You can tell that they're not really thinking so much about what we're doing and thinking more about, like, okay, let me get out of this situation so I can attack them again. Okay. Nice. Nice stuff. So yeah, like, one thing is they are freezing up on the defense, right? They are not thinking about the defense, they're thinking about sidestep, like, mad. At first they were like, power crush, and they're like, oh, okay, he doesn't press here, so I'm just going to sidestep like crazy now. Nice. That was good. They were looking for a whip punish there then. See, they're stepping again. Interesting. Oops. Sure, we'll take that, I guess. Wow. Wow! They're sidestep blocking, I guess, so I'm going to go for lows now when I'm, like, tracking lows in that situation, like this. Because that'll piss him off a little bit. Okay, goes for that again. That's fine. This person's playing crazy. They are on a keyboard, I think. I can tell that from their movements. I wonder if that's why they're able to block so quickly on their side steps. Ooh, just got me. Okay. Nice. He pressed this time. Interesting. Oh my god, that sucks. I like it. That sucks though. Nice. His elbow. I'm not sure which elbow worked. Oh, yes. I think so. Oh, nice. Reacted to that snake edge rather fortunately. Okay. Oops, I panicked. No, it's not even unsafe then. Of course. I had a feeling they'd go for some kind of reversal there. Well, it wasn't even a punish. If that's the elbow we're talking about. If we're talking about, like, this elbow, that seems like it's plus elbow. Which elbow are you talking about, Sharma? I know his power crush is minus 14. His his 13 I-13 punish is also at least minus 14. It's like a while standing 2-3. Oh, you're talking about his backswing blow. That's probably more than minus 14. It's like the one where he kind of goes like this. That's definitely like everyone punishes that. I think that's minus 18 is my guess. I think you can even do this punish. I think you can even do this punish on that. Alright, this is going to be our last one. We're trying to get a not Wi-Fi. I'm pretty sure. Like that type of move is not meant to be locked behind minus 14. At least it's not supposed to be. If it is, you know, chalk it up to Tekken, right? All right, last try. Last try to not get a Wi-Fi, and then we'll just take what we get. Okay, nice. Rewarded.
Get ready for the next
Okay, Nina main. Take that.
round one. Fight.
You here? Alright, cool. What do you do here? Nothing. You back up. Side set. That's launch. So she woke up and did a panic move. We're just gonna block here. Sure enough, she goes for Power Crush. We could have launched that. Okay, cool. So you see how, like, she's really trying to get through our defenses, and we're actually just kind of blocking. Oh, I didn't do that right. Should have ducked it. Oh, nice. We're in the air, though. Nice. Okay, so we're already kind of learning a little bit, right? They're very twitchy, for sure. Very twitchy. They don't know what to do against this move. They don't know what to do against that. That's interesting. Oh no, that got me moving. That sucks. Tech roll again. Yes and no. Interesting. See, she presses the, Oh my god, I can't believe that worked. I was gonna say, it's interesting that she goes straight for heat after that. Nice. Okay. So she thinks it's her turn there. I wonder what we can do to stop that. I just had a feeling. Nice. Do you think Punch Parry patches Nina's jab? Yes, it would. I think it would. I mean, it's a punch, so we could. I don't really feel the need to Punch Parry in this situation, though. But you're right. There's so many of them that we could try. But then a kick happens, and then we're in trouble, right? Oops. I was thinking too much about kicks. They're playing this kind of like twitchy neutral. Okay, I'm just gonna sidestep and block. Nice steps. Good stuff. Whoa, that was really good. Bit messed up of a Bryan moment, though that's okay. She woke up with a button there, good to know, right? Okay, I did a jab and she immediately pressed. Good duck there, though. Ooh, I might be dead for that. I'm dead for that. That's okay. Getting a little bit antsy with my reversals because I'm trying to like get them to follow for something. That was launch, by the way. The upward kicks are launch. I must have pressed something to jump me. I thought I was pressing 4-2, but I wasn't. Good stuff. Alright, choked on that. That's alright, right? Let's see if we can do it again. So, for starters, right? We're getting a little bit, like, antsy, I guess. We actually have another chance at the promotion. What's important to do here is just kind of hold our ground here, right? Ooh, that was supposed to be... Well, it wouldn't have worked. I was going to say I did a mock punch instead of the powered up version. She's doing a lot of hold forward there. That's actually kind of interesting. I think down back 3 would work here. That's okay. Get that punish. See, we're just kind of just playing this game. Oops. Just kind of taking our time here. And then she doesn't respect that strength, so that's okay, right? Oops, bit slow on that, that's okay. Oops, messed it up, that's okay. Nice. And we win. Oh my gosh. Hey, we hit Tekken God Supreme for the first time. I guess it's working. That's crazy. What an end to the stream. Splitting Airs, I don't play much off stream, but I do play better off stream. The reason I play better off stream is I don't have to think about talking to you guys, which is not cope. That's the whole reason, you know, that's the whole price of streaming and all that. But, you know, it does take some amount of thought to take whatever I'm feeling and turn it to words. And when I don't have to do that, I can play entirely off of intuition, because I'm actually more of a, what do you call it? An intuitive thinker, like the people that don't think in words, I think in like images and stuff. So having to translate that to words is actually pretty hard. But I've been doing this for a while, so I've gotten better at it. But yeah, thank you, y'all. We did it. Okay, what a great way to end the stream. Yeah, see, there's the proof. First time. So, what did we learn, right? Like, the main thing that I learned here, that we all learned here, is that, yeah, I probably do overthink in the heat of the moment. And I think part of that might be because I'm trying to think out loud. And when I forget to talk to y'all, I can clutch it out. I need to do that more. When we're in like a crazy situation, I need to stop talking, try and win the situation, and then talk through what my thought process was, rather than like try to freaking cast a scramble situation, right? So I do agree with that, for sure. Yeah. So, but with that being said, like, I think that I do like the practice that we're doing right now, right? We're essentially, every single move now is meant to gather information. And sometimes we will scramble, and that's fine. We've learned to scramble for a long time at this point, so scrambling's okay. But as far as, like having this new mentality of like, I'm trying to figure out what is going to work against this player, right? And all of a sudden we're realizing like, okay, their throw breaks aren't that great. They don't respect this string, or they don't even know about this situation, right? They are not very clear on like this one, and like essentially finding these like holes that we can exploit in our opponent's knowledge of our character, while also trying to stay stubborn of being like, what exactly are you doing on your offense against me, right? Like, what is exactly happening? Like, when it's like, okay, like a good example, probably the only match where I actually feel like we did this properly was against the Raven. The Raven had a situation where they would do the, I don't know what the input is. It's like back 2-1 or 2-1. It's basically the one that if he just does the 2, the elbow, he'll end in back turn, right? But he has an extension that's a high. And I think he might even have a third extension after that. But the point is that he had this move, and we just sat there and watched him, right? And he would always go into a back turn and do something, but he would never do the second hit. So then once we figured that out, we're like, oh, okay, the next time I see this move, when I'm in the defense, I can throw a forward 3 out, and I will probably get my turn back, right? There was the first time I tried to do it, they power crushed, and we lost it. Lost that exchange. But it was the only time they power crushed. It might have been a missed input. It might have just been bad luck. But that was like that's okay. They've never power crushed yet in this situation. What's to say that they're going to keep doing it? Because this is they're adapting before we've done anything, right? So I think the Raven was a really good example of like, you're trying to like, and I think Peter tried to tell this to me all this time ago, where he said that, like, try to find a single move from your opponent, latch onto that move, and say, what are they doing after that move? And I think that's essentially what he was saying, right? It's like, when we're on the defense, we're looking for a single move and latching onto it. So I think that's what I'm going to practice tomorrow, is that when we're on the defense, find a single move from the opponent, and we're going to latch onto what they like to do a lot, and we're going to latch onto what they're doing afterwards. And probably something that's part of their offensive sequence, right? And then go from there. So thanks all y'all for hanging out with me today. It was a lot of fun. I'm really glad that this worked out so well. Let's do our sign off and get rating. So if you're coming from YouTube, be sure and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Really helps us grow. We really love seeing the new people show up. And if you ever want to watch it live, it's going to be at twitch.tv/VonTiban. That's VonTiban. We stream Tekken Bryan Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time. We might pad an extra hour at the beginning to do some labbing or like maybe even play 2xKO. If you didn't catch any of that, that's all. The schedule is down in the description below, as well as a link to our Discord where you can join our community of players trying to get better at the game together, just like share Tekken moments and just hang out and join a community. So that being said, thank you so much. I hope this was useful to you. I do think that what we've been doing recently is actually pretty universal to a lot of different characters. So hopefully this is useful for a wide variety of mains, not just not just Bryan right now. But with that being said, thank you so much. Good luck out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.